Hello, Junior 6. Today we will start Concept 2. Let me ask you a question. What would happen if you feel nervous or you feel the fear whenever you see a danger or something strange? First, you will tell me, teacher, I can feel that my heartbeats will increases. And that, of course, will happen. Also, your body maybe will get to sweat and you can feel the pain in the stomach. It means that your body system works together and the different systems in your body perform different functions. Your body systems work and interact together in an integrated way. It means that your body systems work together and work with each other in order to face the danger or to do the vital activities. Let's take examples. The skeletal system needs the nutrients, of course, to grow and to do its function. From where we can get these nutrients? We can get the nutrients from the digestive system. When the digested food, when we eat the food, then we get the nutrients from the digested food. Well, that means that the interaction between the digestive system and the skeletal system. How do your body works together? The body systems work together in a dangerous situation. As you can see here in the picture, this is a cyclist or a bike rider. When he sees a danger, his heartbeats will increase, of course. And in turns, the eyes will send information to the brain that there is a danger here. So the brain will send signals back to the muscles to contract to allow his body to face that danger. So this interaction is between three different systems, which are nervous system, circulatory system, and muscular system. Muscular system, it goes for the muscles when it contracts to face this danger. Circulatory system, that goes for the heart. The heartbeats will increases during the danger. And the nervous system, when the brain sends signals to the muscles to allow this body to face the danger. So that's the interaction between these three systems. The nervous system needs the nutrients to perform the function, and the nutrients reach the body as a food. The digestive system digests the food to get the nutrients, and these nutrients transported to the nervous system through the blood in a circulatory system. It means that the digestive system digests the food to get the nutrients, and then these nutrients transported to the nervous system through the blood, and the blood is for the circulatory system. It means that the nervous system depends on digestive system and the circulatory system to do its own function. The nervous system controls the muscle of the digestive system to digest the food and to control the heartbeats that transport the nutrients to the nervous cells. This means that this is the interaction between different body systems to do their functions. We have said before that groups of similar cells can form a tissue, and a group of different cells forms the tissue, and a group of different tissues in the same tissues can form the organ, and then the organs can form a system, and the system can form the whole body. How the cells are building for this body. How the cell can build this body. The cells have a common structure, but in the same time of the different organs have different shapes and sizes of each cell organized for a specific function. So as you can see here in the picture, this is a muscle cell. Okay, they are formed from long fibers to allow the movement. So we can say here there is a give reason. The muscle cells are in the form of long fibers to allow the movement. It must store and use the energy quickly. It can't work alone, but it works with the thousands of cells to be effective. And they are bundled or collected together to form the tissue. Let's see the tissue. The bundle or the collection or the collected group of tissues can form muscle as an organ. So the muscle considered an organ which have a specific function, such as the muscle lies front part of the upper arm between the elbow and the shoulder. Each system consists of different organs. So different organs can form a system. Let's take an example for a musculoskeletal system. It consists of two systems, muscular system and skeletal system. The muscular system and the skeletal system works together to allow the movement, and they consist of group of organs such as bones, muscles, ligaments, tendons, and cartilage. To do your daily routines and requires all the systems can work together. When you run, this requires the interaction between respiratory system, circulatory system, nervous system, muscular system, and excretory system. Because as you run, you can sweat. Okay, this is an excretory system, and your heart or your breathing rate will increase. This is a respiratory system, and the blood and the heart will pump the blood quickly, so that's a circulatory system. And you will receive signals from the brain, that's a nervous system. And when you run, this is a musculoskeletal system. Moving muscles. The movement body done by interaction between the skeletal and the muscular system together. Human arms moves by contraction and relaxation of the muscle, which attached to the bones. So let's take an example. Forearm moves towards the shoulder when the front muscle contracts, and in turns the back muscle will relax it. And vice versa. The forearm moves away from the shoulder when the front muscle relaxed, and then the back muscles at the same time contracts. Like as you can see here in the picture. This is the front muscle at the first picture. It will contract when your forearm moves towards the shoulder. And at the same time, the back muscle will relax. The muscles exert effort when it only can relax or can contract. So the muscles, when attached by the bones, known as skeletal muscles, and the contraction and relaxation of the muscle allow the bones to move. And the effort or the force or the work only can be acted or done by the contraction of the muscle. Types of muscles: involuntary and voluntary muscles. Involuntary means that it works automatically and we cannot control it. But the opposite for the voluntary, it means that we can control the movement of the muscles. Examples for involuntary: cardiac muscle, it's the heart muscle, and the eye muscle. Examples for voluntary: skeletal muscles and abdominal muscles. Skeletal muscles like the upper arm muscles, neck muscles, and forearm muscles. And last, the abdominal muscle. First, the cardiac muscle. The heart is involuntary muscle known as a cardiac muscle, which is contract and relaxed without stopping to pump the blood, carrying the oxygen to all of the body cells. So that's an involuntary. We cannot control the heartbeats. We cannot control it. It works automatically. So that's why we can say that the cardiac muscle is involuntary. In case of eye muscle, it's an involuntary muscle, as when you close your eyelid, when you blink many times in 1 minute without controlling, that's an involuntary. But in case you are moving your eyeball in different directions or many directions, this is voluntary, because I can control the eye movement, the eyeball movement. So the eyeball movement is considered as a voluntary muscle. But when you blink or close and open your eyelid, this is the involuntary muscle. Third, the skeletal muscle. The upper arm muscle, that's a voluntary because we can control its movement. And the neck muscles also is a voluntary muscle because we can control its movement. We can move our heads up or down, left or right. Systems that work together. First, let's take a system called endocrine system. Endocrine system, it's a system consists of glands that secretes hormones which help the body to respond to different situations. Also, it controls the body temperature and the blood pressure. So during danger, when the body faces the danger, it becomes ready to face or run away. First, the eyes sees the danger and send signals to the brain. Second, the brain in turn sends the signals to the body to respond to that danger. Third, the endocrine system secretes the hormones to respond to the body system to face that danger, where it helps in contraction of the muscles, increasing the heartbeats, increasing in the rates of our breathing rates. Circulatory system consists of heart and blood vessels. Blood vessels is like arteries, veins, and blood capillaries. Its function for the circulatory system is for transporting blood, gases, nutrients, hormones through the body. What's the role of circulatory system during the danger? During the danger, we face that danger, the heart beats can beat quickly. The heart can beat quickly to pump more blood to the muscles and the body organs, and also the blood pressure will also increases. That's the role of the circulatory system during the danger. The respiratory system, it consists of lungs, diaphragms, and airways, nose and trachea, and also the bronchi. A function provides the body the needed oxygen and get rid of the carbon dioxide. When diaphragm contracts, it means that the lungs can fill or reach with oxygen gas. It means that inhalation. In case of inhalation process, the diaphragm will contract. While in case of exhalation, this means that the lungs release the air rich with carbon dioxide gas. This is the relaxation of diaphragm. Diaphragm is involuntary muscle. The bloodstream carries oxygen from the lungs to the entire body organs and the other tissue and carries the carbon dioxide out of the lungs. What's the role of the respiratory system in danger? When the body faces the danger, the breathing rate increases and the heartbeat increases to allow the body send more oxygenated blood. It means the body that carries the blood that carries the oxygen to the muscles and to the brain. And then we have the digestion process and the digestive system. Digestive system, it starts with the mouth. The jaw muscles helps the teeth to chew the food. Chewing means to break down the food into smaller pieces, and that's the main function. The main function of the digestive system is to convert the complex form of the food into simpler one. Chemical enzymes are secreted by endocrine glands, which is the saliva, to break down the food and soften the food. So there is a saliva inside my mouth that there is a gland that secrete chemical enzymes to soften this food inside the mouth. And then by the action of the muscles and the esophagus, after we swallow the food, push down to the esophagus and then to the stomach. So how the food will reach the stomach from the mouth through the esophagus. Stomach, it secretes stomach digestive fluid, which is about acids and enzymes, contains acids and enzymes to break down more for the food, for the breaking down of the food in a simpler ways or simpler forms. Then the pancreas and the gallbladder. The pancreas and the gallbladder secretes more chemical enzymes to more breakdown for that food. We can say that the absorption of food starts from the small intestines. While the small intestines can absorb the nutrients through the blood capillaries to all of the body parts. And then the undigested food passes through the large intestine in the form of a soapy mixture. In the large intestine, it can absorb the water from the undigested food, leaves the body, and then the undigested food leaves the body in the form of stool or feces. It's a solid substance. The rectum is the last part in the large intestine, which stores the feces and the stools to leave the body through the muscular opening known as anus. Transporting the nutrients. Nutrients are transported to all of the body cells through the circulatory system. Some nutrients are used and another are stored as sugar and fats. The liver and muscles can store the glucose sugar in a form of substance known as glycogen. And then the liver and muscle converts the glycogen to glucose sugar again when the body needs it. And then the body needs this energy when it faces the danger to fight for it or run away. And then the excretory system. So what's meant by excretion process? Excretion means to remove the waste materials from the undigested food. First, the skin. When you sweat or the sweating occurs, waste leaves your body through the pores of the skin. And then the respiratory system comes second. When you exhale, your body gets rid of the carbon dioxide. This is the excretion process. Third, we have the urinary system. Urinary system consists of the two kidneys and bladder and two narrow tubes known as cylinder tubes and the urethra. It removes the waste materials from the blood in the form of the urine. So that's the function. Function of urinary system is to remove the waste materials from the blood in a form of substance called the urine. Let's have a close look. A large artery brings the blood to each kidney and it branches to the tiny blood vessels and passes through the nephron, which we can find the nephron inside the kidneys. It's a microscopic filter which filters the blood and removes the harmful substance from the body. Then after this, one of these waste materials known as urea, which is produced by the breakdown of the protein. And then after the complete filtration of the urea, other waste materials and water becomes as a urine. Urine leaves the kidneys through the narrow tubes and collected in the bladder. The urine removes through the bladder through tube called urethra. And that's the end of the lesson. Thank you.